I have to put on the castle nut that holds on the hub assembly with the cotter pin and everything else, and that's going to take this big humongous socket. It's a 1 13/16. I don't know if you can see that. And I have a pretty beast ratchet set, and I'll show you guys that next. So let's go check it out. This is the ratchet set. I've only used this maybe like twice in my life. My dad passed it down to me. It's pretty much one of the biggest ratchets I've seen. I've seen one actually bigger than this, but this is pretty huge. So that's what we'll need to put that on, and then we can put the tire on, the brakes and all that. So next is the brake caliper. We're gonna put this on next. While we put that on, we're also gonna do the caliper pads. Now I already replaced these like maybe 6 months ago, so they're still pretty new. You'll see they're drilled and slotted rotors. I like all those drilled and slotted rotors. Have them on my Vet, have them on the GTO. I'm gonna put them on the Jeep soon. I just like them. They have good indicators when they're worn. So I made this video mostly for people like me who work by themselves, who get stuck, get frustrated because other people's videos make things look so simple and they don't go as planned. So yeah, that's pretty much why I made this video. I watched about 7-8 videos while doing this, trying to figure out the easiest way to get it done. Everybody had their own methods, followed all their methods, none of them worked. So it's part of the reason why I wanted to make this video, just to show that, you know, everybody's gonna have their own challenges here and there. And you just got to battle it out and figure it out the way you can. Learn everybody's little tricks that we kind of show each other. But yeah, almost done. This has been the beast of a project. And I was optimistic because everybody's YouTube videos made it seem so simple. And that's hardly the case. Also, I don't know if you guys are like me, but it's like 1,000 degrees outside. So, not only are we battling things not panning out, we're also dealing with the extreme temperatures of the summer heat. Alright. This is also an 18mm. Now I'm gonna put the castle nut on after I put on the tire and lower it. That way the hub won't spin, and that way I can torque it, tighten it down to the 240 foot-pounds of torque that it requires. It's gonna take the man out of me to tighten that thing. Luckily I have some pretty big breaker bars to help me. I had to use a pretty big pull the last time. So what I do when you have a castle nut, I tighten it as tight as I can, and normally it's like in the middle of the thread, and then I'll tighten it with the cheater bar or something just until I can get the cotter pin in. And if you were to do your math right, pretty much you'll be close to torque specs. That's if you don't have a torque wrench, or if you just don't have the space, or whatever it is. Like for that, whoa, that's too big. Okay, calipers on, rotors on. We could put these things, pinch these things in. Boom. Tire's ready to go. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna finish the last step. We're gonna put the washer and this castle nut on and then tighten up the tire. So I'm gonna throw this on. I'm gonna use this enormous ratchet to tighten it up. Okay, so that's dead even, but it's not tight yet. And actually, okay, so let's try that again. I had to get an extension because I did choose to put the tire on first. So I'm gonna tighten it as tight as I can go. Okay, so it's pretty much nearly there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch it to the breaker bar. Okay, and go get a big pipe. Well, first I'll see if my little breaker bar will work first. If that works, then I won't need the big one. I don't see it working though. It's a pretty big bolt to tighten. Okay. You go a little more. I don't want to go a little more. This is it. Let's see if you can get the pottery in there. Almost. So I'm going to back it out a smidge from where it was. And then the breaker bar, of course. There. Perfect. Perfect. Just need something to tap that in real quick. Alright guys, the ball joint came in today, so we're going to install the last ball joint on the passenger side. I'm going to give you a little bit of a walkthrough of what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to show you guys all the hammering because it took me about an hour to get through the hammering, but I'm just going to show you the setup that I used. And here we go. So first off, I put some penetrating oil on. Well, first off, I cleaned the inside with the wire brush in here, make sure there was no rust, cleaned it all out. Then I sprayed some penetrating oil on this and inside there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna level it, and then I'm gonna get, this is one of the cups from the press kit. I'm gonna put it on top, and then I'm just gonna tap it. Boom, 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 all the way until it seats down. Alrighty? And then I'll show you guys the